What is good, guys? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one I want to break down what's going on with Tesla, spying a couple of other tickers. I'm also going to talk about some very important data coming out for tomorrow alongside Jerome Powell's speech, despite the fact that the market is going to be closed. So I'm going to make everything very, very clear and simple to understand, but let me just say a couple of things. I'm firstly not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Moomoo, the link down below, and deposit $100 into the account, you are guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed up to 15 free stocks. The offer ends very, very soon. Anyways, let's talk about what's happening with the market. So I want to clarify something. Tomorrow is going to be Friday, March 29th. It's going to be Good Friday. Okay, it's Good Friday for tomorrow. The stock market is going to be closed. There's not going to be day trading tomorrow on Tesla, on SPY, and all these things. The market is going to be closed for the long weekend. However, we still have data coming out despite that. So we have the PCE data report coming out. This is going to give us a lot of data on inflationary reports, and we're going to be looking at this at about 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 1 hour before the market would have opened. So the market will be closed, but the data will still be coming out. And we're going to be watching to see what the reaction is on Monday. Okay, on Monday. And then on top of all of this, after PCE data comes out for Friday, we also have Jerome Powell giving a speech tomorrow. Powell's going to be giving a speech talking about some very important economic policies, some important projections by the Fed, and this could also cause a big move for the market, a big reaction by Monday. So just to clarify again, the data comes out, right? PC data is going to come out. Jerome Powell is going to be giving his speech. It's all going to still happen, but the stock market is going to be closed despite that. And the market may not get much of a reaction on Friday because it's going to be closed, but on Monday, if Jerome Powell would have caused the market to pump, we could get a pump on Monday. Maybe the market gaps up or gaps down, depending on what Jerome Powell says, depending on the PCE data. So that's going to be very, very important as well. I believe that the reason why SPY is kind of like pushing a bit, or it's been pushing, is because of the fact that we have PCE data coming out. We're now at the all-time high, kind of shuffling at this 524 area, but that's because of all this data. So the market may get a big reaction on Monday. So we'll have to wait and see how things go. But this is why I want to give you guys a warning about this. So the market's going to close in about 20 minutes from now. Let me make it clear that if you're holding any positions, if you're holding any options, you have to be very careful. The market's going to be closed tomorrow and all this data is going to come out. I don't know if the market is going to see a big sell off and gap down on Monday, or if the market's going to gap up and start to run even higher. I don't know for sure. It depends on PC, it depends on what Jerome Powell says. So Powell will give the speech on Friday. The data comes out on Friday. The reaction from the market will not happen until Monday. Make sure you're prepared for that. Make sure you're ready just to be safe. All right, so what's happening to the charts? Tesla's looking kind of weak right now. It's selling off towards this 175 support, and now we're going to be treating our 175.92 area as resistance at our 200 EMA. Whether or not we sell off or not depends on the data going into like next week. So that's going to be the first factor. The second factor is going to be our deliveries data. That's going to cause an even bigger move. We'll have to get ready for all of that. Expect some high volatility in the future. But for now, just know that with all the data coming out, if you're holding any positions on SPY, the QQQ, and anything like that overnight, there is a risk associated with doing so. You may not be able to catch everything. You could be wrong and lose money. You could make a lot of money. Who knows what's going to happen? It's all up to you. So if you want to hold overnight, you can make a lot of money. Maybe it's going to work out. If not, if you don't want to risk it, it's also up to you. I just want to let you guys know what the risks are. That's my job right over here. So for Tesla, we're looking a little bit weak right now. There's a risk of this actually dropping lower. We have this gap to fill as well, so we could actually start dropping towards about 174. But, but uh, whether or not we gap up or down could depend on the data. So we'll just have to wait and see. And we're also going to be waiting for deliveries data. For SPY, we have a nice accumulation structure pushing all the way up to this resistance at 524, the all-time high. But the issue is the last time we hit this, we got a big rejection, and this is a very, very tough resistance. If we break through this, we could be looking for 525. If we fail here, we're going to be looking for a big rejection. We may not get the big reaction until Monday. So watch and see what happens with all the data. If you're holding overnight, it's your choice, guys. Good luck with that. It could work out. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but it's all up to you. Same thing with the QQQ. This is showing some potential. It's trying to hold above its resistance right here at this, the previous resistance at this trend line. So we're trying to hold up. If we're bullish, if we get a very, very bullish move, we could be pushing even higher to 446 plus. If we're bearish, we're going to be falling back down into the channel. We'll have to see overnight. It's showing some strength trying to hold above the channel, but I'm going to wait and see. Let me just note that if Jerome Powell causes a pump in the markets, we could see a nice gap up on Monday. If not, there could be a rug pull. So just be prepared for that. Make sure you're ready and you remember the market is closed for tomorrow. So we'll see what it does. It's just very choppy, very indecisive, waiting for some data. So expect a big reaction on this, and we'll see how it goes from there. For Apple stock, Apple's trying to push a little bit, looking at this resistance. It's getting very close to this 172 area. If it pushes any higher, watch 172.5 as our resistance all the way up here. If it comes back down, watch 170.9. As of right now, it's kind of stuck, not really doing a whole lot, very, very stationary. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how the data affects this as well. Nvidia is showing some strength. Whoops, sorry guys. Nvidia is showing some strength, a bit of a nice push from this move right over here. So watch support at 892, excuse me, 892. Watch resistance at 908. We're kind of stuck in between this range for now. But if we get some decent data, and this thing starts pushing, we have this big imbalance to fill. If we do the opposite, could be sinking right back down. If it loses 892, a bigger drop is coming. It's very indecisive right now, kind of in the middle. So just wait and see what happens with all this data. I'm going to be very, very patient nonetheless. If you're holding overnight, there's a risk associated with that. So it's all up to you. For Coinbase, we're looking kind of weak right now. If we sell off more, we could fill this gap way down here and come down to that area. We start pushing, we can try to break the high at 272. Otherwise, we're just kind of range bound as well. We'll see what the big reaction is depending on the data. Same thing on Amazon. Amazon has a nice uptrend right here, but it's kind of stuck between 180, 1.5, and 180. It's been going back and forth all day, so it's very boring. A big reaction is going to come overnight, not just overnight, but over the whole weekend. Wait for Monday for the big move. All right, guys. So that's it for this one. I want to make this as simple as possible. Maybe I'll just talk about Meta. Meta is showing some weakness right now. It was trying to rebound and now it's just continuing to fall. So with that being said, I may have to actually redraw this a wedge right over here, but I just want to say that right now Meta is showing weakness. It's continuing to drop like this, and there is going to be a risk of this coming down closer to like 485. There's no sign of a breakout yet, so we'll have to see what happens over the weekend. But so far, we're seeing some weakness on this chart. All right, so once again, your final warning is here. If you want to hold overnight, it could work out very well for you. If not, there's a risk associated with doing that. Once again, the market is going to be closed tomorrow, but the data will keep coming out. Jerome Powell will keep giving his speech. All right, so you know how much Jerome Powell could move the markets. You never know what's going to happen by Monday. Be prepared, guys. Do what you have to do, and I'll see you guys very soon. One last thing about Tesla. Tesla does not have deliveries coming out this weekend. This weekend is actually going to be, we're still going to be in March for the weekend. We have to wait until early next week for the data to come out. On Tuesday, I believe the data will be coming out for deliveries. So we have some time. So the first factor affecting Tesla is going to be the news / what happens with PCE and Jerome Powell. And the second main factor is going to be deliveries coming out early next week, going into like Tuesday. All right. So that's as simple as it could be. Hopefully this was very understandable. I'll see you guys very soon on the next one. I'll have one more video coming out later on, but I just wanted to say I appreciate everyone. Take care, guys, and peace out.